So is this the publisher? That doesn't look like him. Oh, there's papers scattered around. Oh, there's something up in here. He looks kind of like a, whatchamacallit? An inspector. A big unshaven man with a smoking cigarette between his teeth stands in front of you. He casts an indifferent look at you and clears his throat, covered in soot from thick tobacco smoke. Ahem, what is it? Nothing, just hope for a chat. Sure, let's chat. I'm not exactly flooded with work around here anyway. Being a journalist. Where have you come from, guys? From Trudograd. My boss, there he is collecting material for his articles, and I accompany him as a photographer. Well, I also scribble some stuff too, like crossword puzzles and stuff. They pay for this trip, of course, but there's absolutely nothing to do in these backwaters. By the way, talking to work, you want to earn some money? Sounds interesting? Sure. Look, Trudograd is currently suffering from a lack of paper. There's not much left from before the war, and freshly produced paper is way too expensive. So before I left, the guys from the print shop asked me to buy waste paper in Krasnoyarsk as it's cheaper. But it's not as simple as they think. I bought some in Paragon, some here, and sent it to Trudograd, but to complete the order, I need more. The man spits out a cigarette butt and instantly opens up a new pack. Fancy a cig? Won't mind a cigarette, thanks. No need to thank me for a roll of poison. Just a second. Journalist extracts 2 cigarettes from the pack, one for you, one for himself, lights it and goes on. So I need 500 more stacks of paper to complete the order. Then I pay you 12 rubles per pack. If you find all 500 stacks I need, I'll give you a bonus. That's pretty good, I guess. Does that include like magazines and that? 500 of them though. I'll take it into account. As for now, can we return to the questions? How is it being a journalist? That depends. If you know what to write, it can be quite a lucrative job. And if you don't, you risk ending up like one of the independent journalists from around here. He was digging up some dirt on a local criminal figure and then mysteriously disappeared from the city. Well, you get the idea. I can't tell you anymore because said criminal figure lives next door. I wasn't born yesterday. What can you tell me about Krasnoyarsk? It's a city, just like any other city. I've seen better, I've seen worse. My boss and I usually visit a local brothel to interview sex workers, solely for this reason. Giving the lower classes the opportunity to speak? Great. Have you heard anything interesting? The big boss is a Paragon. That's the north of here. Are constantly at each other's throats. I wonder what it will all lead to. Guess that's going to be an interesting quest line. The man who walks to and fro across the room is middle-aged, of average height, a bit plump and seems to be engrossed in his thoughts. He fidgets with the pencil stub and snorts and mumbles something to his companion who also sits in the room. As he sees you, he becomes very serious. I'm Vladislav Zerenko, editor-in-chief, the Shoot to Kill print house. Aha, gotcha. Are you here to talk about my interview with the local veterans? Yes, I'm interested in your interview. Perfect, except there is no interview. I was looking for someone to contact the local veterans for me, so you feel no idea what you're talking about. But I appreciate your bold approach and your desire to lie to get what you need. You're a journalist too. No, I'm just walking around looking for someone to talk to. Okay, why not? You can practice your interviewing skills. Let's start. Where are you from? Like most printed media nowadays, from Trudograd. The city lost about 50% of its population, but preserved in its copper belly dozens of printing presses. I see. How's being a journalist? Just like any other job. Everything runs smoothly if you manage not to turn into a fanatic. If they ask for a piece on, let's say, corn, go to the fields and describe everything that goes on there as best as you can. If they ask for a piece on carnivorous mutants, well, look for someone who's met with them, make up a plausible story that involves you, and relax. So I don't subscribe to newspapers. What can you tell me about Krasnoyarsk? A nice, quiet, god-forsaken backwaters. Perfect definition for this place. No need to snort at the devilish, technocratic ziggurat of Trudograd. Even pre-war Moscow will seem backwaters to you. Oh, so it's technogenic, not technocratic. That's pretty cool, actually, if it's more technologically advanced than Moscow. At least pre-war Moscow. Are there any interesting rumors? One fellow I was investigating local legends about a brainworm that gets inside your head through your pupil and subdues you. But whilst his investigation was in full swing, he dashed to Georgia all of a sudden. Said he wanted to visit his family. Weird. Never said he had any relatives there. God damn it, stop trying to make me feel bad about potentially killing some dudes with those brainworms. Gives you food for thought. I'm going to quickly save before I do this, because I have a feeling I'm not going to have the speech crap. Let's talk about Dick Popoff. Dick. Dick, is that the muscle guy's presence in his private salon of the ex-mayor of Kitsay City failed to explain? Oh no, that was Pedro Stallion. What are you talking about then? Dick Popoff is the juicy work of a local writer. The idea might turn out to be quite lucrative, theoretically speaking. Yeah, I'm starting to remember. Some guy told me about this character in the same words. I believe he was trying to have lunch in the shade. He ran to me for some reason, called me a pig, and started babbling. So how is this relevant? Yeah, it definitely sounds like I should pick option number 4. The point is, it can bring money. The stupid, cheap sci-fi books can. Wait, money's all you care for? And you suggest we should start publishing second-rate pulp fiction targeted at a base lowbrow audience? Well, in a nutshell, yes. It's decided then. We'll publish it. Haha! I thought he was going to blow me off then for a second. There's not enough fiction in the wasteland. The people want to entertain themselves too. Growing beetroot and beating each other up at some vodka is not enough, apparently. You can tell your author to start preparing the material. By the way, would he mind transferring all of the rights to a publishing house? And if his works don't turn out commercially successful, reimbursing shoot-skill printouts with his personal effects, and paying me 60% of the income as his personal producer with the discovery of his unique talent? I don't think I have the right to answer such a question from the good stuff. The editor grins. That was a rhetorical question. Thank you for the contract. I bet you would not have taken that as a rhetorical question if I would have answered that. You'd be okay to do that for you. You're welcome. I'll go tell the author the good news. I'll let the author fight it out with this guy. I've given him the, you know, the in, and now he's gonna have to negotiate the terms, because I do not want to put myself anywhere near that nest of vipers for fear of being bitten multiple times. Well, now it's that done. Looks like the next major place that we are going to end up going to is here, but I'm not sure whether they'll be working in the day. I'm probably just going to go round to the, yeah, this place. The main reason that I guess it's still open at night, although I guess we'll find out. There's not enough guys. I might need to actually rest in the hotel for a little bit. I hope it's not the case, because I don't want to use too much food up. The hell's this place? Just a single house? Looks like this is the only guy in here. In front of you is a man in his 50s. Even though he looks much older, his sunken eyes, thin, motionless legs, and near constant dry cough are all signs of a serious illness. But the tattoos of weapons, military equipment, and abbreviations of pre-war divisions on his parchment-like skin tell a story of a past in the army. The sick man looks at you with a mix of surprise, fear, and disgust. He starts talking with a throaty falsetto. Oh god. Everything will be fine in Krasnozamonia, Ambrose. You'll get a place to stay, a pension, Ambrose. Everyone will respect you, Ambrose. A high-pitched parody of a female voice is replaced by a thick soldier bass. Foolish woman. Yeah, I got my own place, but everybody and their uncle, too, keeps parading in it. Who are you? Why the hell are you doing here? Who? Me? I'm just getting to know the locals. Oh my goodness. I, while away here, crippled and forgotten. Wait, I, while away. I guess waste? I waste away here, crippled and forgotten, but some hoodlums just can't leave me alone. Come on, tell me what you want and go away. Well, tell me a bit about yourself. Sooner we get this conversation over with, the sooner you can go to sitting at your TV, sitting on your couch, just staring at the wall, I guess. Military past, unclear future. Yeah, it's original, right? And what do you do for a living? What do you think I do? The old man lifts one of his legs with his hands and lets it go. The leg falls back down like a dead weight. Do you suppose I run marathons? Nope. Krasnozamonia paying me a pauper's pension. Damn it to hell. At least you get a pension. It says the apocalypse, dude. So graffiti there. What do you think about Krasnozamonia? They have respect for the old and the crippled, but not too much, of course. Just enough to stop me from wanting to assemble a mine and blow up that damn government bunker on one nice sunny morning. Well, paying you just enough to prevent you from turning into a terrorist. That's a good thing. Are you sharing your rumors with me? What's the use of sharing them? People have been talking for, I can't remember how many months now, about that some shady people in Paragon are doing God knows what under the disguise of a barbecue shop, but our local politicians are still going there to eat. Right, this is the second time I've heard that. First the poster, now this. The evidence is mounting. And funnily enough, even though I'm sure he's told me my name is Ambrose, he hasn't yet appeared under his portrait. Why don't we chat a bit more? No, he doesn't want to talk. Gotta go. Well, nice meeting with you. He has a house to himself, like, it's not too bad. Let's see what the nightlife is like here. Guards on empty bazaar. I love gambling. Well, seeing as my luck skill is slightly low. Oh no, it's actually even. I might have a go. Why do you think the casino is very fun? A tall, slim, black-haired girl who wears a tiny headscarf greets you with a kind look, a friendly smile, a firm handshake. Hey there. Wow, I'm so lucky to meet you. My name is Varia. What are you doing here in the city? Are you here for work reasons or just relaxing? You're lucky to meet me. Have we met before? Second person in the city who's told me that, actually. The girl smiles even wider, gives you a friendly touch on the shoulder. Oh, you. I always feel lucky when I meet a stranger. A stranger that's so interesting and mysterious. I'm looking at you and I sense it. You're actually able to become a millionaire. Ah, so I guess you're paid by the casinos to get people interested in the games? What? A millionaire? Girl almost jumps when she hears your question. Hails a lot of air and starts talking. You notice that her tone's completely false. Yep, she's not making friendly conversations, just repeating some text she learned by heart. I'm glad that you asked me. Citizen or city guess. Citizen or city guess. Yeah, it's not a script or anything. Hello, nice to meet you. Insert name here. See, I don't tell this to just anyone, but you seem like an adventurous type who knows that risk pays big. You're in luck, because today's the famous Crossroads Devonia Casino celebrates the Day of Adventure, the smallest risks ever for the highest rewards. Visit the casino today and earn yourself a life of luxury. Do you have any pamphlets with that as well? No, we do have dice, but so do I. I wonder whether you can get, like, loaded dice. All the smiles, all the fake smiles, all that talk, just to get me into a shitty casino. The girl looks at you wide-eyed and angry. Listen here, I'm not shitting on your line of work, so don't shit on mine. The boss wants every lowlife who comes into town to hear about the casino. That's why I'm standing here, you got it? If your feelings get hurt in the process, it's no longer my problem. That was a quick twist. Can we change the subject? Answer some questions for me. Not what I really want to do, but if you make it fast. You're a local girl. What difference does it make? Can you tell me about the city? Is it like any other? Any more questions? And what do you do for a living? I hadn't found out yet. You still didn't get it? Wow. I think it pissed her off. Care to share some rumors? I don't listen to rumors. Why not change your mood? Let's go inside at least see what they got to offer. Oh, miss. It's got some nice music going on there. Why do we have anything like that in the casino? You do have a band slot that they could use. Oh god. The man in front of you feeds coins to the slot machine vehemently and puffs at his cigarette mercilessly. He seems totally absorbed by this, so it's no surprise it takes him some time to register you're there. Man, don't stand in the way of sharp card Brinceloff. I went to film a big win. That's a lot of cigarettes. Okay, play you on. And you want someone to join you? Looks like a card shark. The mustache man gives everyone in the casino a quick once over as he shuffles the deck of cards. Seems he's not even looking in your direction, but you still feel he noticed you. Oh, apparently not. This is my informer from the city. Fidel, my favorite client. I'm interested in some information. Information, huh? I'm listening. How much do you charge for your help? The informer looks at you just like a snake about to strangle its victim. Depends on the information you need, and the person asking. Is it ready to talk business? My guess. Heard anything about a military group coming into the city? Maybe so, but there's a slight problem. Informator. Dealing with folks from out of in the city is a risky business. The local authorities believe that helping you people out is high treason. Okay, fine, I get it. How much? Stay calm, dear Fidel, stay calm. The informer smiles and gestures you to come closer. 10,000 rubles cash, no haggling. I stuck my neck out for Fidel for too long. I won't risk it free any longer. And with that, my friend, we shall depart. That's just laughable. Let's go, Igor. I'm sure we will find another way to get the information we need. You do you, fellas. I told you my price. Don't like it? Don't pay. But no info till you do. Let's change the subject. Wonder whether there's any other way I can get this without playing. I'm absolute crap at poker in that. Can you answer a couple of questions? Oh, no, buddy. I only sell information. I'm not the one for Leslie talk. Let's see. What does playing entail? Is it a different game? You know the rules of atomic blackjack? I can do I can relatively do blackjack. I can't remember like what jacks and that are. I think they're ones always. I'm not entirely sure. Fresh my memory? No problem. First, each one of us gets a card. Next turn, you must grab another. The goal is getting the card to value 21 points. If you succeed, you get the bank. If you overshoot and get more than 21 points, you lose. Nobody gets 21 points. The person with the highest score, as long as he didn't overshoot, wins. Sounds easy enough, right? Oh, I forgot. The point cost of cards. Aces are 11 points, kings are 4, queens are 3, jacks are 2, and the other cards are not even used. I don't know how much it is though. Got it? Deal? Ah, there we go. How about 20 rubles? I don't like this. It requires a gambler check. You both place your bets, and the man starts shuffling his cards. When he finishes, it's time to play. Start the game. Your opponent is drawn. It's now your turn. King, 4 points. Okay, let's keep going. 6 points. King, 4 points. I'm kind of concerned I'm going to pull out that ace any second, but if I do, I don't know. Wait, queen 2 points. Queen was 3 points, wasn't it? Jack was 2 points. Weird. Unless I like to pull an ace, but I haven't pulled one in a while. You motherfucker. Your opponent has 21 whilst you've overshot. You're like, yep, I'm sure he has 21. It's like in real life. The main thing is not to bust. Fuck you. Alright, let's go. Yeah, no. He's definitely bullshitting. It's like 20 rubles though. So my amount is going down. I will need to do some quest or something soon. How much have I got actually? Oh, I got like 2k. Hello. Barkeep and bar people. What's going on here? The man looks confused, as if he's just robbed or scared half to death by something in this establishment. But he's just sitting there alone with a glass of hard liquor. His gaze travels towards the floor and stays there, even as you come closer. On his shirt there's a sign that reads, Jaeger. Leave me be, right? A man's soul can't handle some revelations. Doesn't look like he wants to chat. As you say, comrade. Let's see what you meant to. Rotten toadstool. Huh. Is he like... So a pre-war soldier who likes eating shrooms, or... He looks rather bamboozled. As you say, comrade. But I wanna know. That doesn't want to tell me. How about this guy? Have you been saying weird things to the person next to you? Santa. You see a stooped man with a white beard. He bends over a mug of muddy beer. It seems he's looking for something in the dirty mug and sighs every time he realizes that something isn't there. As you approach, the old man cheers up.
My, oh my, why, whom do we have here? A weary traveller looking for an evening of curious conversations? A mere passerby, or a rogue eyeing a helpless mark? Tell me, my friend.
Sounds like a game master, actually. What does he have? Nothing. Huh? No, actually, I was just looking for Actually, I was just looking for an interesting conversation. The man smiles broadly and takes a sip from his mug.
Well, today's your lucky day, my friend. You're in the best place to hear an exciting story. One of these stories might even be followed by an interesting offer.
Now that's what I like to hear.
But perhaps you should first ask your questions, know who you're talking to, and so on.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a few questions. Man starts beating against the tabletop with his long, thin fingers. They don't seem to match his, like, physique.
Questions. Well, indeed. Why not learn more about a person you'll be doing business with? Ask. I'm listening.
Who are you, Santa?
My name is Ivan Chertikalo.
Chertikalo?
Yeah, Chertikalo. In the olden times, they would have called me Master of Ceremonies, the Keeper of the Ancient Spirit. Now, however, they mostly call me a lunatic. But they were all so wrong. Oh, so wrong when they call me that.
Well, I've dealt mostly with lunatics since I've been in the city, so you're in good company, I guess. What are you doing here?
You can call me an amateur historian.
You're not going to want me to get a Lenin body, are you? I can find one relatively close by.
See that we are unlikely to have any future, I've taken to studying the past. Oh, how delightful it is.
And what are you doing here?
Our whole boasts of a glorious past, just like the entire city. It used to be great, and now it's in tatters. It's all so sad, but perhaps one day someone will be able to right the historical wrong.
Yeah, I always forget, it was only 20 years that the incident happened, wasn't it? If that. So most of these older dudes have actually seen the entire thing. And lived through it as well, I guess, which is more miraculous. Have you heard anything interesting lately?
Perhaps the story of pseudo-kids will be of some interest to you. A long time ago, there used to be a Boy Scout camp for the rich kids. Ordinary children weren't accepted there. The nation's cream of the crop were gathered in the camp to be raised ideologically loyal, to fight and die for the ideas of Marxism-Leninism.
Is this the Devil Child camp?
People say not all those kids were evacuated on time. There are rumors that some of these kids will still wander around in their old pioneer clothes, like ghosts from the long past.
Little lamplight?
However, hunters and rangers disprove this legend. They say what looks like a Boy Scout from afar, at a closer glance turns out to be a disgusting mutant, a creature of the night, a deformed sheep or goat, mutilated by nature so badly it resembles a tiny human figure. They say that if you shoot such a mutant, it starts crying in a human way, to warn its brothers of danger. That's why people in these parts of the land are afraid of night. It's full of nightmares you wouldn't wish on your deadliest enemy.
It's pretty cool, actually. I wonder whether that means that there's different, tables for what can attack you at night in this game versus what can attack you in the day. But that does sound terrifying. So you wanted to tell me some story, right? The man nods, the smile still playing on his lips. Apparently he doesn't care about anything as much as he cares about sharing his story.
My friend, I promised you a story, but I'll start with a question. What would you say if I told you that a mere 150 years ago, the city we're in right now, this godforsaken hole, was the most interesting and merry place in all the Russian Empire?
Yeah. I spit in your face, fun is for kids. The fuck? Yeah, well, who knows? Many years have passed, anything could have happened. The man shrugs.
Well, you might be right, young man. Times change, traditions go, but it's impossible to restore the glorious...
But is it impossible to restore the glorious past to at least some extent?
For this place can indeed boast of a great past. The city, mangled by the Bolshevikish name Krasnoznamoyne, was once known as Igorgrad. Count Raevsky, Empress Ekaterina II's favorite noble, built it here. By the will of his wise architect, the city blossomed with dozens of gambling houses and attractions the Count was unable to create in any other place due to the church's restrictions.
I almost slipped into a Russian accent with this guy for a second.
Igorgrad became the capital of amusement. Competitions in ping pong, dwarf tossing, billiards,
Gorodki?
Even chess were held here, and those who came here to put an end to the fun were confronted by a threatening copy of the shield that used to belong to the Count, the founder of the city.
I'm going to actually look up where Igorgrad is in Russia, because I'm not familiar with that one. 1 second. No idea. Nothing in English anyway. I assume in that case it's just a made-up location. I was wondering whether I could figure out like how close we were to like the east or the west, but apparently it's still undetermined.
The shield hung above all the gambling and drinking places as to turn the enemies of the fun. This place is under protection of noble House Raevskys.
So, I've listened. What do you suggest we do? Find a shield?
Well, you see, the thing is that Count Orevsky loved this city. Even in his will, he arranged for the original shield to be hung in the city's biggest tavern, so that everyone saw it and remembered his legacy. That's much better than burying the relic in a grave, isn't it? But unfortunately, the shield remained there only until after the revolution, after which the Bolsheviks confiscated it and sent it to the local history museum. Many years later, after the bombing, Boris Svetlov, then the museum curator. Jesus, can't talk tonight. Many years later, after the bombing, Boris Svetlov, the then museum curator, fled from Krasnoznamonya to a tiny village called Otradno with the museum's most valuable items. People say this is where he met his end, and what I say is that it's time to return Orevsky's shield to its rightful place and hang it in this bar to bring some historical splendor. And who knows, perhaps it'll make life over here a little brighter. So what do you say? Will you help me to return the shield? I wonder who I'd have to talk to about that. Sounds like a good idea, I guess, if it belongs to the city. The man starts shining with happiness.
Oh, really? This is wonderful. The best news I've had in the past year. Please return to me when you do this to the city.
Okay. Barkeep. Hello there. What the? That is not what I expected in the portrait. But I can definitely see all the things in the background. The plump barkeep cleans the glasses, pours the booze to some of his patrons and chats with others. When he notices you, he puts a freshly cleaned glass on the rack and says, "Oh, a new customer. Never seen you here before, and I know all the locals." Didn't I say... I'm gonna... Oof. 400... I can't remember what that's each. That's for the stack. I think that's for the stack, isn't it? Is there anything I can sell? It's only worth 800 to him. How much is one of these? 24 rubles. I'm gonna buy that because I want to do the drinking thing with the what's it called? The mortuary guy. See whether he has anything useful for me. I wonder whether there's any quest that's gonna slip out or something when he gets drunk. And I just missed my rubles again, didn't I? There they are. All of them, huh? Maybe you can tell me something interesting. Depends on what you find interesting. How's it going? It's fine. No matter whether it's war or peacetime, people will always need a strong drink. Even more so during the wartime. So we're not going bankrupt anytime soon. Wait, you saying it's wartime? Anywho. Care to tell me about yourself? My name is Peter Kirillovich. I'm from Uglich. Another name. I'm gonna look this one up as well. Uglich seems to be a city, an actual city, unlike, what was the other one? Igorograd. It's somewhere a few hundred kilometers north of Moscow on the Volga. I'm not sure whether that actually gives us a location or he's talking about a different one, but that's the only one I could seemingly find in that case. Been working in pubs ever since I was 10. Priceless experience, and the patrons like me and respect me. You can hear people mumbling in the hall. Some barkeep you are, with prices so high, you're more of a crook. Peter ignores the comments with no sign of being offended. The public adores me, what can I say? Yeah, definitely seems like it. How's life in Krasnoznamonya? It's a big city. Pretty rich too. It's a Rome itself compared to those nearby. The streets peaceful, even at night. It's everything a good honest person can wish for. And then there's this place, I guess. Anything of interest happened lately? I don't want to look like a liar, but I think someone's letting drugs pass through the border guard fortress to the north from here. Me and some other people believe that one of the border guards is somehow connected to the drug cartels, and if experience has taught me something, it's probably safe to say that all the border guards are complicit in it. Yeah, I guess. Interesting. Any more rumors? One local used to tell me he's seen a fallen star, although according to him it wasn't a star at all, it was an alien spaceship. Scary, huh? And now that I think about it, that guy drank 3 liters of vodka that night. Oof, that is not good for you. Yeah, that's about that.